Not to be outshined by Alphabet and NVIDIA, Apple's dropping some news on us, but kind of expected. Isn't that right, Jenny Horn?
Yeah, this was expected. I mean, they historically do hold this pretty major event in mid-September, but nice to finally get that confirmation date. And we did hear that, of course, Chuck Schumer will be meeting with some of these AI heads September 13th. That has totally overshadowed what's much more important. September 12th, mark your calendar, 1 p.m. We are hearing finally about this long-awaited iPhone 15, as well as what's to be expected. Also, the high-end version of their watch is coming out with a new edition. So these events are always super well done. They're super well orchestrated, and they are very cool, especially regarding some of the new tech that Apple will unveil, of course, in the coming year. You mentioned actually one of the best parts about the event, and that's this USB-C charging port after the EU did pass a law back in October that this is going to now be the standard for any tablet or device or cell phone that is sold. So this is, to me, amazing, because you ask any Apple user, which I know you are not, so I'm not including you in our club, but any Apple user would say that this is the worst part about the new iPhones every single year. They unveil this new charger, then none of your other chargers work. To me, it's like an anti-competitive scam. Apple does, but of course, when you get a new phone, you just have to sort of deal with it.
Such a self-aware Apple loyalist.
Yes,
Jenny, I'm impressed.
It is the worst
so you know it's a
thing.
scam.
I will say it is total scam,
Right.
and I have one working phone charger because of this.
So this puts an end to that. You can thank us, the rest of the world, the 70% or whatever that use Android. You're welcome. Welcome to the future where we don't get scammed every year and a half.
Yeah, I will say it is over 70% that the rest of the population that doesn't have iPhones. It's amazing now, though, that we're finally going to get on board with what seems like has been the smartphone standard for years and years. But we also are expecting to see that some of these devices are expected to be titanium. There also has been rumors that they come in different colors. I've seen like green, light yellow but these are all just rumors. I'm just into right now the rumor mill. We also know, though, that they typically do release the newest version of their iOS software update at these events. This would be iOS 17. We know this does already include a better autocorrect, as well as a more visual caller ID called contact posters, and also these like FaceTime messages, so you can leave like an on-demand FaceTime message, and a new journaling app. That has already been disclosed, but they are expected to release that around the September 12th event. So I always like these. They're kind of a non-stock event because typically it doesn't end up pleasing what is a very, very high bar that is set for Apple, and Tim Cook has every single year pretty big shoes to fill, even if they're his own. But I still always like to tune in. I think it gives you a really good read on what we can expect from the future technology of Apple for the rest of the year.
All right, for sure. Wonder if they'll give us any updates on how it's going to connect to the VR goggles. It sounds like this is going to be very phone focused. Well, thanks for the rundown and the acknowledgement. Android users are ahead of the curve on this one. I'm not in the Apple club. That's okay. Thanks, Jenny Horn. I'm used to not being in clubs. Definitely not in the crypto club. Actually, I don't know. They kind of like me.